First, we are gonna we first we are gonna talk about breakfast. This is actually a really good topic for me. This one of my favorite topics because breakfast is probably my favorite meal of the day. So we usually have three meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner, or maybe in your country, there are more than three meals. But in most cultures, in most countries, we have some kinds of breakfast. It's the first meal of the day. So I want to tell you about a little bit about American breakfast, the classic American breakfast. So people see a certain style of American breakfast when they watch American movies and TV shows. Um, for the most uh, for the most part, the image of American breakfast pretty accurate. Is pretty accurate. So what I could say is that we don't eat this type of breakfast every day. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, on weekdays, most Americans don't have time to make a big breakfast. We have to ready, we have to get ready, we have to prepare ourselves for our day at work, and we don't have a bunch of time, and we don't have a bunch of time to cook dinner, to cook breakfast in the morning. So many Americans tend to make a simply uh, so many Americans tend to make a simple breakfast, or they might not even cook anything. They might just eat cereal and milk. And when I was in elementary school, in middle school, or sometime when I was in high school, I would eat cereal for breakfast. I love cereal, and it wasn't a bad breakfast. I actually enjoyed it, and I'm sure many of you probably enjoy cereal as well. It's good, so there is a reason why it's so popular among people all everywhere in the world, right? So many Americans eat cereal on the weekdays, but on weekend, we like to eat a bigger breakfast. We like to eat a bigger breakfast. You will probably see the American breakfast in the TV show or movies where the family sit down and eat eggs and bacon and pancakes and all kind of thing, all kind of things like that. We don't do that every weekend. It's definitely something that we do often. So, we like to go out to restaurant to eat breakfast there. So we don't to cook pancakes at home, but we want someone else to cook pancakes for us. So we go out to some breakfast restaurant on Sunday, Saturday. This is pretty common, and I did it a lot when I was growing up with my family, or even as an adult. I still do this a lot. Yeah, some breakfast in other countries beside America. So breakfast in other countries beside America is very different. So I haven't traveled to many countries, but in the countries where I have traveled to, I have noted big differences in the type of breakfast people eat. So in Europe, for example, breakfast is really small. I was really surprised when I first went to Europe, and I realized that breakfast is not a big meal of European. Um, And I realized that breakfast is not a big meal. If you're from Europe, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For many European European breakfast is simply a piece of bread with some butter or jam. Toast, I should say, butter toast or toast with jam or some kind of sweet bread or something like that. Plus orange juice or coffee. That's it. Maybe in France, people might eat a croissant, croissant, and a cup of coffee or espresso. That's it. For me, as an American, that's tough. That's not easy to eat anything else. I want a little bit more than that. But I know that some people don't want to eat that much for dinner, that much for breakfast. I understand that, and I'm sure something of my listener in other places around the world have even different style of breakfast, not just like so American and European, but something else that I just don't know. I have been interested to learn about breakfast all over the world. So, and me, my typical breakfast is kind of like an American breakfast. My wife usually cook me eggs, bacon, and maybe even hash brown or toast, something like that. Hash browns are potatoes that we eat for breakfast. I don't really know how to describe them very well. So they are kind of friend to they are kind of friends or maybe they are not. I don't know that, but the taste very good. You've probably seen them before. They are cold hash brown. I sometimes eat that. We also eat fruit for breakfast. So mango, papaya, apples, something like that, or maybe yogurt. A little bit vegetable. There are three different options, but I definitely love my bacon and egg for breakfast. I love that combination. That's one of my favorite breakfasts. Okay.